Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel, The 9 to 5 Musician, where we discuss everything related to living a creative and healthy lifestyle. Now, today we're talking about improvisation. Why do we need it? Why do we want to do it? Why it's fun? And what it can do for you and your students. So, what is improv? Improv is like the spontaneous creation of something, and specifically when we're talking about music, it's something that you don't feel the need to write down. That's the difference between improvisation and composition. Improvisation is on the spot, organic, very creative, and flies away. Unless you capture it, it might not come back. Whereas composition is a more detailed and thorough process of creating things. While they might be on the spot, there will be repetition, notation, publication maybe even involved, so that they're pieces that hold the test of time. So today I'd like to offer you the best and quickest tip to get going with improvisation, and that is simply just use the black keys. Now, when students come in and they're really interested in just trying to play something, I always go for the black keys. Because the black keys are based on the pentatonic scale, the way that the intervals work together, they all sound good. There's really not a way to mess up anything. It's not going to sound crunchy. It's not going to sound wrong. If you just play only on the black keys, it's going to work no matter what. So now that you know the secret, let's talk about how to actually implement them. So there's this one set of black key accompaniments that I really like because it breaks them down into songs that the students only use the groups of 2 black keys, one song that uses the group of 3, and then finally one song that allows them to play all over the piano. If you just sit down with your student and say, play whatever you want, they'll have no idea what to play. The thing about improvisation is that it actually requires structure for them to be creative. It's a little bit stressful and overwhelming if you just say, play whatever you want, make up, because if they're not used to doing it, they won't know where to start. Something as simple as, I'm going to play this pattern down here in the bass, and I want you to just explore only the groups of 2 black keys. Now, most of the time, we'll just go for chunk on any groups of 2, and as they're playing, you can encourage them, why don't you try with 1 finger now, or can you try the group of 2 at the top of the piano? What if you use both hands? And this allows them to start creating the toolbox for them to understand how to improvise. And the more you do this, the more creative they will become. I've had students come in, have no idea what to play, be so shy to even play 1 black note, and 2 months later, they're making up some crazy melody that is honestly pretty impressive, and their parents are like really stunned, and just it's very enjoyable for everyone. So now that we've talked a little bit about how to improvise, I want to just briefly touch on why it's important. Of course, it's important for your students to learn songs, to feel like they're getting a proper education, to learn the theory, all of these details. But at some point in your lesson, if you have a good relationship with your student, you'll notice when they're tired. And anytime I see they're tired, I say, okay, let's stand up, let's stretch, and now we're going to play. And they're like, oh, we were just playing. No, we're going to play for fun. And it always gets their energy back up because it allows them to be in control. Now remember, with your young students, this can be the first time they're in structured lessons, and it's a lot of information for them to take in. So you always want to build in time for them to play instead of practice in the lesson. Something as simple as just playing along on the black keys, even if it's for 1 or 2 minutes, can make them feel totally in charge, creative, invigorated, and really allow them to enjoy the lessons more. So if you can, try out some of these tips because I highly recommend to try to integrate more improvisation into your lessons. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this short little video about why improvisation is important. If you're interested to see some of the resources, I've linked them below, but also if you'd like to see a more in-depth video about how I go through improvisation exercises with my students, I'd be more than happy to make that. If you found this helpful, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel so I can continue to make more content for you. I hope you enjoyed this one, have an awesome day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys!